Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, where we share with you the most amazing stories that we come across. Some of these stories are funny, some are sad, while others will make you think. Today's story is going to be one of those that will make you think. So without further ado, let's get started. "Excuse me, but this clause is a trap," the black girl said. And the CEO's smile instantly faded. The CEO was someone who had worked his way up from nothing to become the youngest CEO in the history of his company. Everyone in the room looked at him with admiration. They knew he was a self-made man who had worked hard to earn his success. It all started when a young black woman joined the company. She had graduated from Harvard University with honors. At first, the CEO wasn't sure about hiring her. He thought she might be too smart for the job, and that she wouldn't be willing to work hard like the rest of his employees. But he decided to give her a chance, and he ended up being right. She was too smart for the job. From the moment she stepped foot into the office, she began to question everything. She would ask questions about why certain decisions were made and what the company was doing to improve its efficiency. She was always looking for ways to do things better and faster. The CEO admired her intelligence and drive, but he also felt threatened by it. One day, the CEO decided to give her a project that he hoped would be too much for her to handle. He wanted to see if she would be able to pull through and prove herself. But he didn't expect what happened next. She completed the project flawlessly and handed it over to him. He was impressed, but he couldn't help but feel a sense of disappointment. He had hoped that she would struggle, but she had come through again. He decided to give her another chance, and he tasked her with a more complex project. Again, he was impressed with the results. But he couldn't shake the feeling that he was losing control. He began to micromanage her, hoping that she would eventually quit. But she didn't. She stuck around and continued to excel at her job. The CEO became increasingly frustrated as he realized that he couldn't get rid of her. Tried everything from making her work overtime to giving her impossible deadlines, but nothing worked. Finally, he decided to take a different approach. He called her into his office and tried to intimidate her. "Why don't you just quit? You're not worth the trouble," he said, hoping that she would take the hint and leave. But instead of quitting, she stood her ground. "I'm not going anywhere. I work hard, and I deserve to be here," she said defiantly. The CEO was shocked by her response. He had never seen anyone stand up to him like this before. He tried to argue with her, but she wouldn't budge. She told him that she was talented, and that she wasn't afraid of hard work. She also told him that she had a degree in business administration, and that she knew what she was doing. The CEO was speechless. He had underestimated her, and he was starting to regret it. As the conversation continued, the CEO realized that he was in over his head. He tried to change the subject, but she kept bringing up points that he couldn't refute. She was too smart for him. He felt like a small fish in a big pond, and he hated it. Finally, he gave up and let her have her way. He apologized for his behavior and promised to treat her with the respect she deserved. She accepted his apology, and the two shook hands. The CEO knew that he had made a mistake, and he was determined to make things right. He gave her more responsibilities, and he trusted her to do a great job. She didn't let him down. She excelled in her new role, and she became one of the most valuable members of the team. The CEO was proud of her, and he knew that he had made the right decision. Over time, their relationship grew, and they became good friends. The CEO learned a lot from her, and he realized that age doesn't always mean experience. He was lucky to have her on his team. One day, the CEO was giving a presentation to a group of investors. He was trying to convince them to invest in his company. The presentation was going well until one of the investors asked a difficult question. "What is your company doing to improve its efficiency?" The CEO hesitated. He didn't know how to answer the question. Suddenly, the black woman spoke up. "We've implemented a number of measures to improve our efficiency, such as streamlining our production process and investing in new technology. These measures have helped us to reduce costs and increase productivity." The investor nodded. "That's what I like to hear. It's important to constantly be improving in order to stay competitive." After the meeting, the CEO thanked her for her help. He knew that he wouldn't have been able to answer the question without her help. He realized that he had made the right decision when he hired her. He was lucky to have such a smart and talented employee. But there was more to her than just intelligence. She was also a team player, and she was always willing to help out. The CEO knew that he could count on her, and he appreciated that. One day, the CEO was feeling particularly grateful for her. He decided to give her a surprise, called her into his office, and handed her a check. "What's this for?" she asked. The CEO smiled. "It's a bonus. You've earned it." She was shocked. She didn't know what to say. I don't know what to say," she stammered. The CEO waved his hand. "Don't say anything. Just take it. You deserve it." She took the check and thanked him. She was surprised by the amount. It was more than she had expected. She went back to her desk and couldn't focus on her work. She kept thinking about the bonus. She didn't need the money, so she decided to donate it to a charity. She felt good about herself. She had worked hard, and she was being rewarded for it. The CEO watched her from his office. He was pleased with her decision. He knew that she didn't care about money and that she was only in it for the work. He was lucky to have her on his team. As the years went by, the black woman continued to excel at her job. She became the CEO's right-hand woman, and he trusted her completely. She knew the business inside out, and she was always able to come up with solutions to problems. The CEO was proud of her, and he knew that he had made the right decision when he hired her. He had taken a chance on a young, inexperienced woman, and it had paid off. He had learned that age doesn't always mean experience, and that sometimes you have to take risks in order to succeed. The black woman was happy at her job. She loved what she did, and she was good at it. She knew that she was valued by her boss, and that made her feel good. She had proven to the CEO that she was more than just a pretty face, and that she was capable of great things. The CEO often thought back to the day he had first met her. He had been a young, cocky CEO who thought he knew it all. But he had been wrong. She had taught him a lot, and he had learned from her. He had learned that age does always mean experience, and that sometimes you have to take risks in order to succeed. He had also learned that being a CEO isn't just about making money, it's about making a difference. And she had shown him what that meant. The black woman was a role model to many young women. She had shown them that they could be anything they wanted to be if they set their minds to it. She had also shown them that it's possible to be successful without compromising your values. She was a true inspiration, and she had made a positive impact on the world. As the years went by, the black woman continued to climb the corporate ladder. She became the CEO of her own company, and she used her position to help others. She mentored young women, and she helped them to achieve their dreams. She also donated money to charities, and she volunteered her time to causes she believed in. The CEO watched her from afar, and he was proud of her. He knew that he had played a part in her success, and he was honored to have been a part of her journey. He had been lucky to have her on his team, and he would never forget the lessons she had taught him. So what can we learn from this story? Sometimes the people we underestimate are the ones who can teach us the most. Don't judge a book by its cover, and always be willing to learn from others. Age is just a number, and experience can be learned. The most important thing is to have a willingness to learn and a desire to succeed. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any of our amazing stories. Thank you for watching. Till next time.